I have in this house today people who have gone through my mentoring from single age and they are married today. So we've had people that have gone through this, and I can confidently tell you that what we have to share with you will add value to your life. Let's talk today about 7 major obstacles to getting into relationships and marriage among singles. Whether you are in your 30s, your 40s, or your 50s, the obstacles to getting married are the same. The application may differ, but the obstacles are just the same. I would like you to be brutally honest with yourself today as we look at these things. Anyone that you notice resembles something you have to deal with, I'd like you to take note of it and say, this is a must deal with. All right? The first thing I want to show you is the Bible tells us in Amos chapter 3 verse 3, can 2 walk together except they be what? Agreed. All right? The Bible also says in Songs of Solomon chapter 2 verse 15, take away from us the little foxes, even the little foxes that does what now? They do what? Little foxes do what now? They spoil the vine. So what damages relationships? They are little things. And I want to show you some of those little things that you may not know is the reason why somebody gets close to you and the person eventually leaves and walks away from you. We want to look at that today. Number 1 is what I call wrong motives or wrong orientation. Wrong orientation, or what I call wrong motives. I have, in my years of interacting with singles and counseling, coaching, mentoring, in my years of mentoring with singles, one of the things that I found out is responsible for many of our singles not getting married. One of the things that I found is wrong orientation. And one of the things that wrong orientation does in relationship is that it sends early frustration into your partner. When the expression of wrong orientation begins to find its way through your interaction, what that does is that it begins to breed frustration. And so the person begins to make judgments like, if I never marry this one and I'm seeing all of this, what is the key? Run. And that's why now you are calling, the person is not picking the phone anymore. That's why now you just can't explain, what did I do wrong? You can't tell what you did wrong. And in reality, there isn't anything, if we're to look at physically, that you did wrong. What you don't know is that you were expressing wrong orientation through interaction that was generating frustration. Are you getting what I'm saying now? And I'm going to start sharing with you some of those wrong orientations. For example, the perspective that the person I'm marrying will complete my life. Don't go into marriage looking for someone to complete you. Go into marriage complete. Go into marriage what? Complete. Number 2, it's a wrong orientation for you to assume that getting married to somebody or getting into a relationship with somebody will take away loneliness. Relationship is not the cure for loneliness. You can frustrate somebody in your life, the person God has sent to marry you. You can frustrate the person out of your life by trying to make the person cure your loneliness. And how do we see loneliness in manifestation? It comes through unusual attachment. It is the reason why, hello, how are you? I'm just feeling lonely right now. Hello, are you at work? Okay. You just called him a few minutes ago. You just called him 1 hour ago. You just called him 2 hours ago. You just called that 3 hours ago. I need you. I'm missing you. And all of that. So when the person begins to see that I'm not yet married and I'm carrying this burden, I better drop it quickly and escape from my life. I am not the cure to your loneliness. Loneliness is an emotional problem. Marriage is not the cure. God did not give a man a wife to cure loneliness, because the man that God gave a wife was not lonely when the wife came. He was what? Alone. there's a difference between loneliness and being alone. Only people that are alone qualify to be married. Lonely people need treatment. Loneliness is a negative emotional state. It's a combination of so many things happening in one person at the same time. Loneliness usually normally happens to people who are dealing with cases of rejection, abandonment, people who are having wounded emotions. All of that put together, nestled, can create a feeling of loneliness. So you can be married and be lonely. You can be in a relationship with the most caring woman and man and still be lonely. That is why relationship is not the cure for what? For loneliness. In actual fact, if you are very smart, deal with loneliness issue before your divine partner comes. Otherwise, you will waste your season by frustrating the person through the loneliness that is at work through your life. Do you get that now? You have to move from being lonely to being what? Alone. It is not good that a man should be what? Alone. So the key is to be alone. When Rebecca came to the well, I'm sure you do know that Rebecca did not come to the well in the company of other women. The Bible says Rebecca came to the well alone. Somebody say alone. Yes. Rebecca came to the well alone, sir. And when she got to the well, she was so alone that she could fetch water from the well and need no help, no need to lean on anybody. Sweetheart, there's nothing wrong with having friends, but leaning on friends is a reflection of a deficit in your soul. You can't breathe without a friend. You can't move without a friend. You can't sleep without a friend. You can't go out without a friend. No. Check the women that got married in the Bible. They were women who were friendly, but at the same time had the capacity to exist how? Alone. Am I already opening your eyes to some things here? No, tell me, am I helping you already? See, this is the point. So what attracted me, ma'am, what really attracted me to my wife, now because I know, please write this down, responsible people like to marry people who are alone. Highly responsible people like to marry people who are alone. Friendly but alone. So here is the game. What actually happened was that when I was going to get married to my wife, because I know the nature of my assignment, I know that I'm going to be a very busy person. I know that someday in my future I was going to be very successful in my career. So, and I said to myself, I don't want a woman who, my house is such a busy place, friends, you know, every time, can't do without friends. You get that kind of a thing. But because I will need sanity because I'm a thinker. I don't want a case where I'm trying to think and I'm hearing noise in my bedroom. Her friends have come. They have no time of visitation. And when I want to tell her, sweet, I would like to think, but are you trying to stop me from my friends? You met with my friends, so you can't separate me from my friends. So why marry someone you can't separate? So this is how some men think. When I notice that I can't separate you from your friend, I separate from you. And please, when I talk about separation here, I'm not talking about unholy separation. I'm saying be friendly, but can you please find a way in which you can stand in existence? You make your own choices. You make your own decisions. Not every little thing you have to call your friends. Oh, sorry, my husband is talking about our trip to Dubai. What do you think? Should I follow him? And then your husband is trying to make a decision with you, and then you say, sorry, sister, I'm coming. You enter bathroom, you bring out your phone from your pocket. Sorry, it's me and my husband, we are talking now. I just used to say I'm coming to ease myself. Is this matter we are talking about? What do you think? What do you think I should tell him? You are not ready for marriage if you are not alone. Aloneness is a state of emotional wholeness, whereby you exist as an individual with the right to self-determination and self-actualization. Meaning you can make choices and you are not subjecting them to other people's approval. Meaning that you can exist in a day without calling anybody to be all right. Are you getting what I'm saying here? To be alone. God looked at Adam. Please, Adam was not sick when God said he needs a wife. God saw that the guy was enjoying himself by himself, with himself, in himself. God said, no. Because the whole arrangement of heaven is to make sure that there is a state of interdependence. Meaning there is always a situation whereby we relate with one another. So God says, I will create a woman who will become a helpmeet for him. Meaning where he ends, she begins. She comes around not because he's not complete. She comes to make up for whatever is left in his own life. So marriage is not the cure for loneliness. It is the reason why you will be married and you will still be what? And the loneliness in marriage is worse than the loneliness in singlehood. You know, during the loneliness of singlehood, without children, when you feel lonely, you can go and sleep in your friend's house. Right? You can go to the club and just club all night. Right? You can go drink, go smoke, go do all kinds of crazy stuff. But marriage cuts all of that away, making your loneliness to become compounded. So don't marry to cure loneliness. One of the manifestations of loneliness is the need to be needed always. The need to be what? Yes, write that down. The need to be needed always. How do you know somebody who is having loneliness as a major problem? Let me give you a practical example. Ladies who perhaps have issues of loneliness, the moment they come into your life, in order to be needed, they create the need to be needed, okay? So she does this for you, she does that for you, she does that. So write this down, she is more of a human doing than a human being. I can see some of you already like, wow, I just see we are missing it now. So you come into the life of a guy, you give him sex. He didn't ask for it. You were even the one that gave him sex. It's not like the guy didn't even do anything. You were the one that made him to do it. You are the one that came to his house. You are the one that entered his bedroom. There are spider webs here. The guy has been living with spider. Listen, this guy... No, listen, this guy is not only living with spiders. Lions, snakes, he lives with all of them. And they are okay. And then you show up, the next thing, there's spider here. Even when there are no spider, there's spider. There's cockroach. The pot is dirty. This guy has not washed pot in the last 6 months. And the guy's looking fresh. The guys know what I'm talking about. They're all laughing. They know what Fine guy. When you see him outside, clean slippers, clean native, pots, back. Has not been washed for 6 months. And you come into his house, you want to do this. And listen to me, you're not doing it because of anything. You are doing it to be loved. Once you get into a relationship, there's this thing about doing. You just like to do. You are the one that sent him money. You are the one that bought him clothes. He didn't ask for it, you bought him shoe. He didn't ask for anything. You say, can we go to Dubai? Oh no, vacation. This guy is comfortable in Zuma Rock. He likes... You are the one that proposed Dubai. You are the one that is you just say doing. And listen, this is the reason why if you're not careful, you get married to him like that. You have already overmurdered him into marriage, and you have communicated to him that you're going to be a nurturer. So what then happens is that you then marry him. You came into his life as a doer. You then marry him, and again, your wedding, you sponsored it. The bride price, you gave him to pay your parents. Am I making the right point here? You all know what goes on. That is how desperate you are. That is how lonely you are. You don't know all these are the manifestation of what? Say it again. Loneliness. And the need to be what? Needed. Which makes you to be more of a human doing than a human being. You find it difficult to be loved. So you must do to be loved. There's something about you. The moment you come to a person's life, you just want to do to be loved. And